According to my YouTube statistics, which I'm surprised I have, only 73.6% of people who watch my videos are subscribed. Now, that's pretty good, but if you happen to be a part of the other 26.4%, well, then subscribe, bitch. As I'm sure most of you are aware, this is part 2 of my epic adventure to obtain the Archwing, with part 1 being me struggling to get the Archwing launcher. Now that the launcher has been acquired, I can move on to assembling the Otonar Archwing. P.S. The Otonar Archwing is the kind of Archwing you get when doing the Archwing quest, which is what I'm doing if that wasn't obvious. In the beginning. Thankfully for me, the Archwing quest did not take long at all to complete, unlike the Archwing launcher fiasco. God, that took forever. So let's get started. I now have Otonar, who I was starting to build at the end of the last video in this installment, and yes, your eyes are not deceiving you, I have a pumpkin for a head. You could almost say that I'm Pumpkin Otonar. I claimed the frost warframe I had crafted and embarked on the first mission for the Archwing quest, which was on Venus. When I reached my location, I slashed and sawed my way to the void portal. Once I reached the portal, I booted up the generators, then hopped my happy ass into the portal and arrived at, I don't know, fucking Greenland. As I was making my way to the void key located there, I stumbled upon a lynx, or lynx. I don't know if there's more than one lynx or not. Either way, I made quick work of lynx and retrieved the key, which was a little further ahead. I then went back to the portal and proceeded to sabotage it so that they end up in Australia rather than Greenland. When I returned to Venus, I found the Oricon archive needed for some fucking reason. I don't remember what it was for. Then got the hell out of there. Once I returned from the mission, I switched from the miner to the Sybaris, then started my excursion to obtain the Archwing Wings blueprint. The mission was simple. Deploy an excavator and protect it from baddies trying to blow that thing sky high. After protecting it for a bit, I was awarded the Wings blueprint. Oh, that's convenient. I didn't know people kept their blueprints on the ground. Good to know. On my way to extraction, I found a Cephalon fragment and scanned that bitch. Apparently I found Venus, even though I've been to this planet hundreds of times. I then struggled to get to the extraction point, but once I figured out how to reach the platform, I was able to complete the mission. I went to the foundry and started crafting the wings, which would take half an hour to make. At least it's not a whole day. Then embarked on the third mission, which was getting the harness blueprint on Earth. The process was exactly the same as with the wings. Deploy, drill, kill things, get a blueprint. Yay! I started the crafting process for the harness, then went back to Venus to get the systems blueprint. No surprises here. The mission was exactly the same as the previous two, except extraction was 1,000 meters away this time. Thanks, game. When I returned to my orbiter, I got the systems cooking and sat there staring at the screen for 30 minutes until they were all done. I'm just kidding, of course. I did something constructive during this time, like petting Agnew. After the 30 minutes passed, I moseyed on over to the foundry and claimed the Archwing harness systems and wings. Now all that is left to do is craft the Archwing itself. I initiated the building sequence for the Otonar Archwing, so I was going to take an hour, and decided to wait until the next day to claim it, since I didn't want to be waiting around for an hour doing diddly squat and being bored out of my mind.
We're in the endgame now.
The moment I have been waiting for a long time has come. All of my work has led up to this one moment. The Archwing is now mine, and with this, I still have one more mission to complete. Navigation tells me to travel to Venus, where I am to find some Corpus Intel. Probably the content that was coming to Battlefront 2 before EA pulled the plug on it. As I am searching for this secret intel, the ship blows up and jettisons me into the emptiness of space. Luckily, I don't need oxygen or anything to stay alive, I guess. So that's good. To help me navigate through space, Ordis dispatches my Archwing and...
They fly now! They fly now!
I blast and shoot and hit my way through a ton of enemies as I make my way to extraction. I got to extraction, and that's that. Even though I didn't get the intel I was supposed to get, but I guess it wasn't that important. And with that, the Archwing quest was completed. Once I got back on the orbiter, I checked out my new Archwing and equipped some mods in that bad boy. I also looked at these railjack missions, but had no idea what the hell was going on, so I left. To celebrate my success for completing the Archwing quest, I decided to do the Jupiter Junction, so I went there and died. Then I went in for a second try and died. Switched to Rhino to see if I would get better results, to no avail. I tried again with Rhino only to come to the same conclusion. Needless to say, this process repeated itself approximately 17 more times until I found success with Volt. So, that's cool, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching, I appreciate it immensely. I have one more video planned to air in this here format in regards to the Archwing quest, which will be me doing all the Archwing specific missions, so look out for that. And with that being said, bye.